Digitspin Crypto.
Hey, it's Digitspin Crypto, Dino. Now, obviously, we got some exciting new guests today, and this is Dan, and he's from TERNIO. I've been telling you guys about TERNIO, and something that you want to take a look at least. They have a pretty awesome product using the block card, and of course, their own. I guess it would be considered a token since it's running on other chains at the moment.
Yep.
But Dan's gonna give us all the sweet details. So, Dan, introduce yourself and tell us what you got going on there.
Yeah, hi. Hey, so I'm Daniel Gouldman, based in Atlanta, Georgia, or Alpharetta, if anybody knows it well. It's a nice fintech suburb. But so I'm CEO and co-founder of TERNIO, which has been around since January 1st, 2018, officially. So over 2.5 years. We're American-based. We have an excellent product where you can have crypto-enabled bank accounts. You can spend cryptocurrency on a Visa debit card here in the United States. What we're really doing is we're providing interoperability between traditional fintech and banking systems and cryptocurrency. So we're excited about it because what we're doing, I think, is going to change the world. The world is changing on its own, I should say, and we're just adapting to it faster. So yeah, block card is something we're very, very proud of.
Excellent, excellent. Now, I went to the GD Payments. Now, is that part of you? Is that a secondary company, the GD Payments part?
So GD Payments is a partnership we have with a company that is based here in Atlanta, actually. So we know some people here that have taken some real interest. And even though we don't do TERNIO, the company doesn't deal in affiliate marketing. There's a lot of people in affiliate marketing, issues around payments and that business, things like that. And so, yeah, we're very excited about providing our technology. We white label it out to other companies, and one of our partnerships is GD Payments.
Okay, so I went there and then I signed up for my block card and put in my information for KYC and all that good stuff. I'm waiting for all that to process so that I can actually get my card. I'm pretty excited about that. And so a couple of things that I wanted to ask you is the actual blockchain for the TERNIO tokens. I saw originally it was on Stellar, and now I also saw that you're running a secondary chain as an ERC. How is all that working? What's going on there? Tell me what's being.
No, that's a great question. Yeah. So here's the thing. It's interesting. It's all I don't know how many times I've talked to people about this today or the last 24 hours. ERC20 is going through a bit of a FOMO moment, right? With all the DeFi. It's kind of crazy. The YAM thing was, I thought it was genius marketing. But the thing is, it's, Ethereum and Bitcoin, for that matter, as amazing as they are as a technology, the fee structure is expensive. So I did a transaction on ETH 2 days ago, and my ETH gas was over $6. And so, that's not sustainable for normal people. Why would I transition to cryptocurrency unless I was moving big money? But for the normal person in payments, right? The average person can't afford $6 or $5 or $4 in every transaction as a tax. It's what it is. And so what we built the TERN token off of as a payment solution is built on the Stellar blockchain, which is a fork of Ripple. So we don't charge people any money for a transfer. If you withdraw money, if you withdraw our token, everything is done on the XLM blockchain. So it's very fast. It's faster than anything out there like that. And it's very cheap because we can charge you $0 for a transfer. So we're very excited about that. Now the question is, well, why the ETH token? Well, here's why. Stellar blockchain, is phenomenal as it is as a payment solution, it's still not the bigger of the two, certainly not the bigger of any of the blockchains, really. I mean, it's up there. It's a great product, or a great blockchain. It's revolutionizing things, but there's a very big ecosystem because of smart contracts and DeFi and other things that Ethereum is big on. So by us issuing the Ethereum TERN token, we did two things. One, we were able to burned 100 million XLM tokens, so that actually just created more scarcity for that token, which was great because anybody who holds the XLM Turn token, they've got now 100 million less to kind of compete with in that marketplace. But also by having an ETH token, there's a lot of these Ethereum decentralized marketplaces, DEXs. We can't put the term XLM token on these DEXs. IDEX, Uniswap, there's many built for that. So there's a whole universe of people that are only focused on Ethereum as a product or as a token that we couldn't tap into. So by having that token, what you're really doing is you're raising awareness of the block card and the solution we've built, this amazing global banking platform using the block card by marketing the ETH token. So that's kind of how we view it. You will be able to, in the future, you'll be able to deposit those Ethereum Turn tokens onto the block card. They'll be converted into the XLM Turn token at that value. But Ethereum is an amazing technology. It's slow, has issues, but it does have a big ecosystem, and we wanted to make sure we could just connect to that big ecosystem. But it's not sustainable as a payment solution to be able to send money for $5 per transaction.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand everything. The credit card and all that is the term that's being used with that is on the Stellar network. You're keeping a secondary token. Is it the same name? How are you getting these to match up in price?
It's the Turn token. So that's the funny thing. It is interesting because right now there's like a difference in price, but one of them is being used actively on the block card and the other one is being used in marketing for the block card. And there's just fewer, everything's supply and demand. So there was a time when we issued it at $1, here it is in the marketplace, and it went to like $30. We had nothing to do with that. It was like, oh, what the hell is going on? Value is an interesting thing. It's all supply and demand. And the reality is there's only 100 million of the ETH tokens, the ETH Token tokens, and there's 900 million of the XLM tokens. So the prices will be what they are based upon what the market chooses to make them. We don't dictate that. It is kind of fun to watch. We'll see what that means for the future. I don't know, but it is kind of an interesting thing for us to see happen, just casually observing.
So somebody goes to Coin Market Cap. Are they getting the price for the Stellar turn or the Ethereum turn?
Where are they getting it? If they're getting the Ethereum turn, then they're getting the Ethereum price. If they're getting the Stellar turn, then they're getting the Stellar price. It just depends upon what you're using it for. If you're picking it up on Uniswap, then you're not getting the XLM turn. If you're going and getting at block card and you're getting the turn token or the Stellar DEX, well, then you're getting the Stellar turn. So it really depends on the marketplace you're in. People forget, and I'm not saying your audience, but blockchain is there are many blockchains. There's not one singular blockchain. And so there's different ecosystems and they're all their own little ecosystem, right? And so we're thinking that it's actually beneficial as long as we're keeping our promise, which our commitment was, we're gonna have 1 billion turn tokens. That's what our commitment was. So if we burn 100 million here in order to issue 100 million there, it's 1 billion total. At the end of the day, we made a commitment to people for the XLM turn token day one, and we've maintained that commitment. And if anything, like I said, the net of it is if you hold XLM turn, then you now have 100 million less XLM turn on the marketplace. And that means you're 100 million XLM, you're 10% closer to scarcity than what we had before. And I think scarcity is what it's all about. If you have scarcity in a marketplace, that is where the value, you have utility and usage, and you have scarcity. And those two things together are what drive the market price and sort of the supply demand part of it. So that's something that we feel like we did the right thing for everybody in that case, the right thing for the company, the right thing for future customers, the right thing for our existing customers.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So the one thing that I noticed was when you moved some cryptocurrency to the card, it converts it for you into the turn and then gives you the ability to spend that. Now I noticed that it sends it at, or should I say, it sells it to you or transfers it to you at a point oh 0.08 or 0.008 conversion, no matter what the price is on any of the other chains, unless
Well,
it's
at a minimum, yeah.
okay. So if somebody sends some Ethereum, and are you using the Stellar price to make that determination? Okay,
Yes.
because that's the blockchain it's running on. All right, so if you're going to be sending, some Bitcoin over to your block card, and just keep in mind it'll always convert it to 0.008, or if the price is higher, you'll get the higher price. But that's the minimum charge. If it's at 0.004, you're going to still get charged 0.008.
Well, let me explain that. Can I speak to that?
Please.
So that's actually some questions we get from new people, right? So here's what that is. You have, so first off, and we have to be very careful because we've registered, with the SEC, and so we're very careful about how we approach talking about just tokens generally. It's just the nature of it as a company and as an individual. But so if you deposit cryptocurrency onto the card, we issue it at a rate of a minimum of 0.8 of a penny. Now, in any given moment, if you were to withdraw your turn, because everything's converted into turn, you were to withdraw that and sell it back on a marketplace on an open exchange, whether it be the Stellar Dex or whether it be Bitmart or some other exchange where we're listed, you would get about what you deposited. The price is, or more, by the way. The price is around 0.8 of a penny or more, traditionally on the open marketplace, where across different exchanges. And what is different exchanges have different prices. I mean, it's the truth for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's so big that you just get bots and arbitrage where it's kind of managed and it kind of becomes flattened. But as you start to go down the line of altcoins, you can start to identify gaps in between prices of the price over here is this, and then the price of the token here is this, and they vary from an exchange to exchange, and that happens all the time. And by the way, that's not an issue only with cryptocurrency. That's an issue with stocks on the marketplace. I mean, there's derivatives, I should say, commodities. So there's any number of things where there's a price difference, and you have marketplaces that kind of identify those price gaps and they fill them. Okay. So the reason I say that is because the value you can sell it at and what you can spend it on is based upon two separate factors. The spendable balance is connected to one marketplace on the Stellar Dex, okay? Because we've identified over the course of however long we've been doing this now, people try to manipulate it any number of ways to drive the price down, to get issued, millions of tokens for very little. There's a lot of things that people do to kind of using bots, and they're managing and manipulating things. So with the way that the spendable value is calculated, it's attached to one marketplace. And because we're creating something that has real utility, every time you swipe your card, every time you spend it, you're selling it. And when you're selling it, the price goes down. But what happens is that the price goes down and it stays in the same range. So at any given moment, you might be able to sell it on the open marketplace for the exact same amount or more that you got it for, but the value could be in this moment what you can spend it for, a little less or a lot less, but then you'll find, based upon historical numbers, the prices range typically between 0.006 to 0.009. So people are they're spending it at prices that are lower or higher or the same based upon what the market price says for USDT to turn. And that is driven 100% by deposits and spending behavior from customers. So the first time people could be like, wherever they are in that moment, they could say, why is my spendable balance lower than my value? But within a few hours, they go, wait, my price just went back up. Now all of a sudden I have what I thought I was supposed to have. It's just because of the nature of how we've structured it. And the last thing I'll say before I end what I'm saying is people forget that like Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum and XRP and even Chainlink, which started in 2017, they took many years to get off and going, right? And I think that if you want something that's legitimately real, where everything on the block card is integrating the TERN token as the underlying asset, if you want something real, then you need something that has real utility, which means we have to build a real ecosystem, and that's what we're doing. Our entire focus is on building a real ecosystem of real customers and growing that across not only the US, but frankly, the world. So we're very excited about what that means for the future. I mean, I have a very clear vision of that, but that's usually one question that comes up all the time, and that's the way we would respond to it.
All right, so appreciate you explaining that for me. Let's talk about the rewards process. I see that's a big part of getting people to understand and know about the block card. And you pass it on your link, and if they sign up, you can earn some additional TERNIO, right?
Yeah. I mean, so on the block card, we offer up to 6.38% crypto-backed rewards. All you have to do is stake Turn. It's very simple, and then we give you on all your purchases, not cash or cash equivalent transactions. If you send the money to buy a Visa gift card or something, we won't do it. If you send it PayPal, we won't do it. If you go to ATM, we won't do it. But if you're purchasing something, if you're using it to purchase something, we'll give you 6.38% crypto-backed rewards on those purchases, on anything. And so that's something that we're paying out of pocket as a company to incentivize and promote why block card. And I've heard a lot of great feedback. Everybody has their own preferences, I guess, but we get a lot of great feedback about how the block card is the best product on the market. You got bank accounts now. You can send in money of an American bank account, FDIC insured. We're about to launch the buy and sell crypto feature. So you can buy Bitcoin, sell Bitcoin. You can convert that money directly to your card, and you're instantly in block card. So we're really proud of what we've built, and then we're going to take that, and we of course work through partnerships like GD Payments, but we're taking this and we're building a MasterCard program in Europe. We got a Union Pay program globally. It's a really big deal because you'll be able to send money cross borders, and then that person will be able to sign up and get a card if we're in that country, which in many countries we will be, and you'll instantly, in a matter of minutes, with no transaction fees, no gas, maybe we'll charge $1 for a transfer or something, maybe. But you basically send over some money, and they get it instantly across the world. They got a card instantly in their approved through KYC. There's nothing like it in the world. It's going to take down Western Union, in my opinion. I mean, that's pretty bold accusation, but us and or other companies that are in this space, I think that ultimately Western Union, I have to kind of walk myself back. Ultimately, Western Union is really who I'm gunning for, right? They're the ones that I think are ultimately say, okay, that's the fresh meat. They're a big company. They make a lot of money off of crazy fees. I worked at Blockbuster Video for 10 years, and they remind me of Blockbuster, just the money services business. And I don't know anybody who goes, yeah, Western Union, good company, really fair for their customers. I've never heard that before. And so I don't mean that to insult the good people that work there. I just mean, like, it's not a business that's predicated upon better, cheaper, faster. It's a business predicated upon how do we squeeze every single, and now think about this for a second. There are people who will go through rain, snow, all the elements to bring their paycheck, and then they're basically, and this is going to be fairly graphic image in your mind. The customers of Western Union are going to be like Ving Rhames at the end of Pulp Fiction with the red ball in his mouth. Like, that's how I envision people who deal with Western Union. It's like that. If you're a Western Union customer, get a red ball. When you walk to the counter, you don't need a mask anymore. Get a red ball. Just put that thing in your mouth, and and then walk up to the counter and say, "I'm about to just, and then I'm trying to be kind, but it's bad." And so I think that whether it be a TERNIO with block card, or whether it be what Facebook is doing, who is another devil, in their own way, but there are going to be other companies out there that are going to take on that Western Union type of model, and they're going to put them out of business. And what's going to happen is eventually those bricks and mortar businesses that are currently an advantage, their strategic advantages, are going to become a big, just like thing around their neck, because at some point it's going to be fixed costs that they can't get rid of. And then they're going to be out of business because they're not going to be able to keep pushing their rates up like they have been for years.
No, I agree that they definitely going to have some competition no matter where it comes from. The whole model may disappear or be different. I agree with you there.
I hope so. We'll have a better world. We can make a better world, together without Western Union.
So talk about the referral part, where where you can get a link and send it to your friends and get them to sign up. Isn't that
Well,
the best thing going on?
that's GD Payments, right? So they're a partner of ours, and they do affiliate network or network marketing. And one of the beauties of that type of business is that you don't have to pay for marketing because you're constantly reinforcing it by, word of mouth. People are passing it on, and by doing that, they get rewards. And so I think it's actually a very powerful business model, the way that it's being structured. And the key thing is making sure that it's being done in an honest, ethical way. And so, we're partnering with, like I said, a company here in Atlanta, some people I trust, and we structured it because I'm not a person who's ever done affiliate marketing, right? And so, we're not. As a Ternio, we are white labeling, because that's what we do. We white label our technology to other companies, and I feel really good about it. I feel like it's going to be a way for people to have a great product at a cheap price in a way that it still allows for a mechanism for people to actually make a lot of money off rewards. Off referral rewards. So I feel like it's a really good model. And by the way, in the last 2.5 years, I feel like specifically in the last year or so, I've really kind of like opened my eyes to knowing how large of an industry this is. I had no idea how big of an industry it was, but it's huge. And so we're really, especially in crypto, there's quite a bit of business there. So like Forsage and some other folks. So we're very happy to enable that capability for people to make money on it, rewards, but also have a real product that lets them have for payment solution. So I think it does many different things. It solves many problems, and it's still a fair price, $10 a month. We're proud of
Okay,
that.
so the block card itself now, Ternio has the exclusive. They're the exclusive blockchain for that card, or is that how that's working?
Yeah, so GD Payments is using Blockcard, and we're providing today. So we're building it step by step, right? So there's still a few things. Like somebody signs up today, right now they can buy Turn. That's what they can get. They can get the Turn. They have that option. We're connecting. We already have it, of course, on our normal website, Blockcard, but getblockcard.com. But we're going to have very soon the ability to spend your Turn on your Blockcard account. We're not even charging people $10 a month yet. So that's going to be integrated. There's a few things that are different, like the ability to withdraw money instantly and USDT in your bank account via your own personal wallet. So you'll have a bank account that will eventually layer in the same checking accounts we have for the block card. We're going to layer that into GDP. That's coming. But we have so many things we're doing. We're trying to focus on priorities. So basically, you'll have the card, you'll have the bank account, you'll be able to withdraw your money via USDT, and you can put it to your own personal wallet. You can spend it on the card if you want to. There's a lot of ways to do it, but I'm really excited about working with the folks at GD Payments. I think it's going to be a huge home run.
It's nice. It seems like you just added even Litecoin, right?
Well, that's a separate we white label. That's part of our business. So the Litecoin Card is going to be live very soon, and that was just announced at the Litecoin conference. And everything it's been approved by Visa. So when you spend you deposit to your Litecoin card, everything becomes Litecoin. So if you deposit Bitcoin, you now have Litecoin. If you deposit dollars, it's now Litecoin, and you're effectively sitting on Litecoin. And then when you swipe your card, everything is converted into cash instantly. So the merchants get cash. We sell the Litecoin in that moment. It's all done. I mean, we're super proud of what we've been able to do. We don't have gas, on that. Gas to withdraw, gas to get in, but no gas for the transactions of spending on the card.
Okay, so they have their own ecosystem. You guys set it all up for them and got it working for them, but
right.
Their ecosystem is separate from the Ternios.
Yeah, they have a Litecoin card, and they're going to integrate it into their own ecosystem with the Litecoin wallet, the Loaf wallet. We white label, and so that's why the partnership with GD Payments is going to work great, is because it's effectively us white labeling our technology over to them, and the people who are customers, then they get to participate and they get to benefit from it.
Okay, so any crypto company could basically set up, connect with you, and you can help them set up their own credit card for it. Okay, I get it. So tell me, what's going to drive more people to buy Turn going into the future?
Well, the way we've other than GD payments where they can go buy Turn, we've never really promoted to buy Turn. Although now with the BuySell Crypto feature through our American bank, that's what we're launching, right? So this is a new thing for us to actually start to promote buying cryptocurrency. If you want to buy Bitcoin or Turn or whatever else, right? Turn, of course, is the only thing that you get rewards on within the GD payments ecosystem. But it's really about compliance. It's about money flow, and we're very careful. We're very careful with how we approach that. So Turn is something that people utilize on their block card, and if they want to use the block card, then they use Turn, and so that utility and that usage is what creates scarcity, and that scarcity creates value. And so that's kind of how we think of it in terms of what's the long-term goal around the Turn token. And so the future is you've got hopefully a token that's got scarcity built into it, which it does, right? But one that's reached scarcity. So in order for people to use it, they got to go find it. People are staking. They're getting benefits from staking. And so now all of a sudden it's like, wow, like this has got this robust ecosystem, a product that's used around the world, inexpensive to send money across the world instantly with something that maintains value. It's hard to do. It's really hard to build something like that from nothing. It isn't, there's a lot of speed bumps, and people forget about the speed bumps with Bitcoin and Ethereum and others, but we're like going a mile a minute, and we're building it all the way through. There's no stopping us at this point, and things are great. Business is great. And so now we're just focused on trying to follow through every day on all of our missions and our promises. That's what we're trying to do to the very best of our ability.
All right, that makes sense. And hopefully all that there will translate into some good token economics for everybody involved going into the future. All right, anything new and special coming up you can share?
A lot. There's a lot. We have a lot of stuff coming up. I can't say it here, but I'll tell you that we have some really great announcements, some stuff we're very proud of, some things are going to go blow the doors off of. We're out innovating in the space. Okay, so we have a very special solution right now, and we're continuing to build and build and build. It's creating a snowball effect, and we're doing it faster than others. We just are, and I'm very proud of that. Like, we're doing more with less. We're very conservative with our cash. We're smart with our money, and I'll tell you, I'm trying to build a multi-billion-dollar company, and we have amazing customers, but an even better team. And our team is what has allowed us to be effective and for us to execute well, because our tech team, I was just telling my guys and said thanks to them today, our tech team is basically they're doing 3 times the work that another tech team would do. And our customer service team is working at we get feedback that our customer service team is the best in the industry. Our folks, they really care about customers. They handle it with professionalism and excellence. I'm involved in a lot of people find it odd that I have my phone number on my email, because I get phone calls. I get a customer to call me on my phone today, and I prefer emails, but I do take phone calls. But I prefer emails because I'm very busy. But I do legitimately, we engage, Ian, myself, we engage on social media, Telegram, and I do pop in and respond on emails all the time. I like to know what's going on with my customers. I want to know that everyone's being treated properly, and if something's wrong, then we want to fix it. If something's not wrong, it's just a perception, we will work hard to either correct the perception or at least to communicate what we're trying to do. And so it takes communication, takes caring from our side, do everything we can to try to, at least if we're wrong, and fix it. Or it could just be a misunderstanding. And then in that case, we're going to we need to engage. I think people respect that, even if they don't always agree with you. I think people appreciate the mutual respect most of the time. Sometimes they tell me to F off, but I have thick skin, so I never worry about that. But we really do care about trying to engage with people and try to show that mutual respect.
Yeah, I see you on the Telegram channel, personally answering questions. And,
all the time.
You and Ian are both out there, so that's kind of a nice touch.
But when you do that, you find out how your customers feel about your product.
Yep. That makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. All right, so it's pretty exciting. I guess we've gone over some of the mechanics, where you want to take it, how the dollars are transferred. The big nice thing about it is that you're already in the United States. So if you're in the U.S., you can use your block card. Now, if I'm not mistaken, though, you have a minimum amount per month to spend to be able to have a no charge monthly fee.
Yeah. So we, look, I mean, so okay, are you talking about GD payments or are you talking about block card? Because they're both different.
The block card, which is for some reason I went through GD payments to sign up for my block card. That is
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. So like, let's say GD payments, for example. Okay. So GD payments is offering, because they have a different reward mechanism. They're offering rewards for referrals. So it's a different economic structure. So it's but they get a lot more, frankly. But they're paying $10 a month. But for $10 a month, now there is no limit. Like if you spend $1,000, it's still $10 a month. There is no like zero for GD payments. The block card, if you go to getblockcard.com, you pay, it can be zero for $750 a month. If you spend $750, you get zero. But the difference is we don't offer the rewards that are being offered at GD payments. So that $10 a month is facilitating the payment of those rewards for GD payments members.
Okay, so when I went to get block card, that's where I went, and I
Okay.
signed it all out and everything. But when I go to look at my account, it's going to the GD payments URL. Does that?
If you're at GD Payments, okay, that's the bottom line. So GD Payments is going to be $10 a month, and you're going to be able to make referral rewards on people who you refer. And so it's $10 a month straight out, period. But because it's a very robust incentive plan, the whole point is to give people stake in the game so that they're not having to spend money on marketing. And now, you promote it you get 10 people to sign up and they get people to sign up and everybody's making a lot of money on just referring it, as opposed to the company spending a bunch of money on, marketing. That's the whole thing. And it works, and it's a good model, and it doesn't break down. And I've run through all the numbers, and I'm like, okay, I feel good about this. I trust the company we're working with. They're good people, and it's structured in a way that I think is fair to people. And so people will get paid out in two forms. One is through Turn, and the other one is through USD. So they're basically getting a very robust compensation plan to constantly promote and tell everybody they know, and for them to tell everybody they know. Before you know it, hopefully everybody's got a block card. That's the goal. And then, we're happy because we've got this global banking platform capability. And for $10 a month, as an American, that's not a lot of money. As somebody in the Philippines, that's a lot of money. So it just depends on what country you're in, I think.
Okay, makes sense. Did I miss anything that you want to tell us about?
Just that we're working our asses off. We're working really hard. And, we're American based. We're trying to do everything the right way. Compliance is a big part of what we do. We follow the rules. We're registered with FinCEN. We've actually applied for a BIT license. Haven't told anybody that yet publicly, so that's news. We have applied for a crypto custodian license with the United Kingdom FCA, Federal Conduct Authority. So we're really putting the company in a position. We're already registered with the SEC in multiple ways. So we're really focused around trying to do it the right way and to try to make sure we're visible. And I think one of the things I've heard from people is the fact that we're an American company, the fact that we're registered in the United States, the fact that we are registered in the United Kingdom. We didn't choose countries that were kind of like trying to avoid regulation. We're not avoiding it. We're trying to do it right. And I found people trust us more because I'm willing to put my face out there, right? Like anyone who knows me knows I'm not afraid of putting my face out there or talking, but we are an American company with Americans, with an American mindset. And I think that differentiates us from some of the other companies, because when you're dealing with companies, but let alone crypto, you want to know who you're dealing with. And so you're dealing with honest people. And I think that's the thing I want people to get across, is that we really care about our customers. We're trying to do it the right way.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate it, Dan. We'll call it a day. I know you're a busy guy, and we appreciate you coming on. I hope to be able to connect with you again at another time when we can get some more difficult questions for you. And but until then, I'm going to look forward to my block card, and hope you guys all get one also. So thank you again, Dan.
Yeah, thank you.